Okay, got some minutes. Oops, gentlemen, any comments?
I did look at them the other day, they looked accurate to me, I'll make a motion to
Okay.
approve.
Second?
That's a second.
Mike? Yes. PJ?
Yes.
John?
Yes. Oh, come on. Okay, Mr. Kitco.
Should all have a copy of activity for the month of October, excuse me, September, no, October, sorry. We did have 55 permits, and here again, accessory buildings, and leading the pack, the three, which incidentally, have put 30 new accessory buildings this year, which is, I would say, maybe a little higher than normal, but, I guess you gotta have some place to put your tractor. Congrats, I did anticipate, and I think I told you that we probably would have a couple either variances or conditional use, but they have not got their paperwork in, so I don't know what the status is there on those two. There's documentation missing, so we can't proceed without it. So I can't say for sure we will have other than the approved minutes this month. I think they will approve minutes tomorrow night, isn't it, David, I think?
Yes.
But, that's it.
Questions for Frank? Mr. Gordon.
Okay, Auburn Township Road Department Report, October 2018. I'll get my glasses here, I'm sorry. Okay. The balance of road salt ordered was received and stacked in our dome. Currently, we have 1,800 tons of de-icing material on hand, which represents an average winter's usage. Roadside mowing continued and 2 passes were completed in the entire township, and we're done for the winter with that. We did have 1 driveway culvert pipe replaced on Greenway Trail. I too have 2 more other failed pipes, but I'll have to wait till next year till I get to those. Some pole patching was done on various roads in response to the watchful eyes of Auburn residents. And once again, we rely on you guys to bring that to my attention. I can't be on all 54 miles of road every day, so I do appreciate the input. Concrete panel replacement was done on Whisperwood Circle. It's 4 sections of roadway address. This does complete our capital improvement projects for the year. Berm repair in Whisperwood Circle was done with 1.5 tons of 304 gravel. And we did have 2 downed trees removed in the township on October 29th. And trees slated for removal involved in our 2019 capital improvement projects have been marked. And typically what we do is I have a one-on-one meeting in front of the property with the property owners, and we explain to them the timeline and process and what we're doing. And as of right now, we got 100% approval on the tree removal on the 2 projects. Several footers in the cemeteries were marked and forwarded with 1 full interment at Shady Side Cemetery. The equipment began being serviced and ready for winter. The new truck 19 was received and road tested, outfitted with its snow plow and salt spreader. Everything works on it. And Michael's just tickled, and he's actually waxed it and bucked it like too many times already, so it's not even on the road. One thing I want to remind everybody, with Northeast Ohio's deer rut in full swing, it's typically the last few days of October, the first week of November, so we've already received several hit deer calls. The township only removes deer in our easement on township roads. Anything that happens on a county road or state road, you do have to call them for deer removal. And me, myself, I've got 3 in Auburn so far, and one of them broadsided me going down the road during the rut a couple of years ago. So $3,000. I thought, I didn't hit him, he hit me, so it's $3,000 worth of damage. So, and that's what I got for you guys.
Questions for Emmer?
Thank you.
Mr. Troyan.
One thing I'm gonna go over here, Chief, we got a section of the roof of the fire station where some nails are lifting up. What's the size of that? It's about 20 by 20?
About 1,000 square feet.
Yeah. So it's beyond the 5-year warranty for the roof, but the roofer has said if we purchase the material, they would supply the labor. So we're looking at about 1,500 for that.
Correct. Just under 1,500.
Okay. So you can make a motion to approve $1,500. For material for roof repair and fire station.
Second, that's in the fund, in the fire, in that repair fund that's there, yeah.
Right.
Then I'll second that, yep.
Mike,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Okay, that's all I had.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yeah, bear bad news a bit tonight anyway, at least no free money. The Nature Works grant that's been on the agenda for a while, the application, we did not get funded this year. South Russell and Munson split that ODNR Nature Works grant, and having gone over the, that's not really an explanation, but we worked through Watershed Partners, and where our application was lacking, I guess, would be, so a lot of these things were out of our control. One is we're the recipient of a most recent grant. Two is we were not replacing an aged structure or a structure that was in need of replacement. Or we were looking at new construction, so we scored lower on that parameter as well. Maintenance plan, we did not have submit a maintenance plan, which we didn't submit a maintenance plan for this new structure facility we were looking at. And the other thing, and this was probably the most important one, was community input as to the need for that pavilion structure we were applying for. We've, Nancy and I have already worked out a few things. We're gonna, on every Adam Hall rental, we're gonna include like a 2 or 3 quick questionnaire on, would you be interested in renting a facility like this should it one become available? You know, something short and easy to fill out that we could gather community input that way, as well as putting something on the website when Mallory Taylor's done with that. And we'll start together and compile that information. We'll make that application again. There were 6 applicants this year, not 3, there were 6, and we scored about the middle. So, that's all I have.
Fred?
Okay, I have your regular reports in front of you, including payment listing of warrants 4760 through 4840, totaling $465,932.65. Of note on there is warrant 4815 to Chagrin Valley Paving for $147,947 for the asphalt resurfacing of Taylor Road. Also, one to Roniak Paving Incorporated for $267,707.10 for the resurfacing of various roads in Auburn Township. We have your appropriation summary report, your revenue summary report, and your fund status report. I need more money, so I have some resolutions to ask the board for money. First one is resolution 2018-33 for supplemental appropriations. And this is for paying the cemetery sexton salary throughout the end of the year. Be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Johnson County, Ohio, that the following supplemental appropriations to the general fund are necessary to pay for the cemetery sexton salary through the end of the fiscal year. $1,000 to account 1,410,190 cemeteries salaries.
So moved.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Resolution 2018-34. Be Be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Johnson County, Ohio, that the following supplemental appropriations to the general fund are necessary to purchase a replacement computer for the administrative assistant. Nancy's computer went down last week. That's $800 to account $1,127.40, machinery, equipment, and furniture.
So moved.
Yes, second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Next resolution is Resolution 2018-35 for supplemental appropriations. This is to pay for medical and hospitalization insurance. Be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Geauga County, Ohio, that the following supplemental appropriations are necessary to pay health insurance premiums. First is $8,484.77 to Road and Bridge account 2031-330-221 medical hospitalization. Second is $1,223.76 to Fire Levy account 2191-110-221 medical hospitalization. That's the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
DJ,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Finally, Resolution 2018-36 for supplemental appropriations. This is to pay for the replacement of the furnace and air conditioning at the administrative building. Be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Geauga County, Ohio, that the following supplemental appropriations are necessary to pay for replacement of the air conditioning and furnace at the administrative building. $10,000 to general fund account 1,120-323 repairs and maintenance.
So moved.
Second.
That's all I have, gentlemen.
Vote, Fred.
Oh, sorry, Mike?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, we've pretty much completed the Maple Shade Restoration Project. Everything that we had planned has been accomplished. The landscaping's been completed. JFD, I think they did a good job. And parking lot, I think, came out real well. Sidewalk's been a very big hit, so very, very happy with that.
Signs look good.
The sign looks real good.
Yeah. No, the whole package, I'm gonna commend you for spearheading that project and
Okay, thank you.
your vision with them, and because it looks really great. I've gotten a lot of independent comments, and most of them were just out of the blue. People that just never paid much attention to the building, all of a sudden it's like, wow, where'd that come from?
And a nice building.
Yeah.
Thank you. A couple of issues we have to address here. One is engineer's recommendation to pay Chagrin Valley Paving for that invoice for Taylor May, which is $147,947.40.
So moved.
That's the first invoice.
Yes.
I'll second that.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
John?
Yes. We also have a first invoice from Roniak Paving for our various roads, $267,707.10.
Yeah, motion to make that payment.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
John?
Yes. And to reiterate, Emmerich, I think all of the capital good projects are finished, and I think they were all very successful. Get the concretes completed. We've worked on that every year now for probably 5 years.
The one thing I'd like to reiterate here is the drainage update on Auburn Springs. They're well aware of the flooding issue at the cul-de-sac. We did take the engineering, the assessment that they gave us. We did install and implement that. And I went down there during those, we were supposed to have that flooding day, and Typically, everything's sized for a 10 or 25-year event, and we put it right at the head of that stream. It was just intercepting all the water, shooting it right across the cul-de-sac into the drainage ditch on the other side. We did have an unusual comment from an individual saying that they actually enjoyed the flooding of the road because it washed the road. So I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
So,
actually, that's probably not real good in our book.
No, but we have, especially that section of the water is contained in the ditch line, and getting its way counterclockwise around the cul-de-sac as designed initially, so. And we all are well aware that there will be freestanding water at times in certain spots down there because there's almost no fall in parts of that subdivision.
But I don't think we're close to, I mean, we're a good 4 inches from the surface.
Right.
At the peak on those sides, and before we were right at the surface.
Correct.
So, I think that we're working towards, if we just, you know, if it wasn't quite so flat, but if there was another layer of pavement put down there, it wouldn't be a bad thing in the years to come. But it did actually come out, and that was, you know, a lot of full depth repair was put into that. The full depth repairs were all put in and tested for a whole season, and then we did asphalt this year, so I'm expecting to get some better results.
And we did do a 4-inch surface.
And we also did 2 and 2, right? So, hopefully that'll work out. I see we have a check from Sudden Link for franchise fee for 9/30 to 2018 to $2,727.08.
Call me crazy, but we can make a motion to put that into the land acquisition improvement fund.
We can try that. Is that already
Second.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
John?
Yes. Okay, we do have still a night ahead of us yet where we're interviewing employees today. We've already interviewed some. So, do we have any public comment? Yes.
Yes. Actually, 2 questions. One is a question about warrants. The second is an inquiry about whether, well, actually, I'll reverse that. Just an inquiry about whether there will be additional lighting in the parking lot to this building. Our own experience is that the actual entrance into the parking lot is difficult to see during these darker hours, and wondered what the plans were, if any. And then the second one will be a question about a warrant.
Now, we are looking at some, now that we've got this lights up, we can see where there are some darker sections, and we're going to evaluate additional lighting as required.
Okay, I mean, the lighting, don't get me wrong, there's lighting there, it's fine, it's just that initial pass when you come in from, from the road.
Well, there's
It can be tricky.
I find the same thing with my driveway. When it gets dark, everything seems to be the same color when you're trying to back out.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit more dangerous
Don't know
here.
which side of the mailbox to go on.
Yep.
And thank you. And the second one then is just warrant number 4840. It's either blind or blind for 10,000.
That was for the furnace.
Oh,
Here,
thank you.
you're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Just an honorable mention for the Fire Devils, they're having their Arts and Crafts Fair down at Adam Hall this Saturday from 10 till 3 o'clock.
Okay. Motion?
Okay. I'll make a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of the DZA, zoning commission, and KCE representative interviews.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Will there be any further business?
No, ma'am.
We can